as long as I can remember, I have been collecting little things that tell a story. Books with charming illustrations, vintage papers that have already lived an entire life before finding their way into mine, themed collections of all sorts of things. If you've been following along on the channel for a while, you have seen many of these collections. I love mixing beautiful color combinations, whether that's through my clothing or home decor, and mixing patterns. I love the story that you can tell with just colors and pattern mixing alone. I love handwritten notes, whether they've been sent to me or I found a cozy children's book with a note written inside the cover. Photographs, whether those are ones I've taken or ones that I enjoy from other people. Little treasures discovered while thrifting of all sorts. I've shared many of those with you here on this channel. I've always been drawn to the kind of things that make you slow down and look just a little closer. The things that tell a story, even if they are a very quiet story. Over the years, I've realized that so many of my favorite things have quietly woven themselves together. My love of journaling, storytelling, photography, children's book illustrations. You guys know how much I love children's books. Vintage treasures, happy mail, thrifting, themes of all sorts, mixing colors and patterns, finding beauty in ordinary moments, and simply slowing down long enough to notice the little joys that fill an otherwise ordinary day. For the longest time, all of those things felt like separate little pieces of me until one day I realized they actually all belong together. I have you to thank for some of that. As I've been creating here on my YouTube channel, This Cozy Space, we talk about all of these things. And I often talk about how I do not want this to be a niched down channel because, again, I love so many of these beautiful things. And while creating content and sharing here with you, I started to realize they all go together in their own beautiful way. They all complement each other and add joy and beauty and help me further tell my story.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond.
Hi friends, today is a really exciting day for me because I finally get to share something I have quietly been working on for a very long time. This is something that brings all of my favorite things together. It's not just one thing in particular. It's cozy moments mixed with finding magic in the mundane. It's storytelling mixed with journaling. It's vintage treasures mixed with themed colors and patterns and prints. It's everything I love somehow mixing and mingling and coming together to make this one beautiful thing that I'm going to share with you today. I didn't want this to be just another subscription. There are so many people that are doing this, and many of them are doing it beautifully. I needed it to feel authentic to myself and our beautiful community that we are creating here on this cozy space. I wanted this to feel like we were opening a letter that we were sending back and forth to each other, a place where we could put down our phones for a little while and gather around the craft table. This visual of all of us sitting around the craft table together just fills my heart with such joy. It would be so much fun. I also wanted it to be a place where we could inspire one another through creative journaling, storytelling, and the simple act of making something with our hands. I've been a journaler for a very, very long time, and I have loads of information and tips and tricks that I would love to share with you. And I have a feeling there are many of you out there who could also share tips and tricks within the community. I hope this becomes a place where we're not worried about making something perfect. Please leave the perfectionism at the door. We're simply creating because it brings us joy. A place for us to play, a place where we can celebrate the little things and embrace curiosity, and we can encourage one another to tell the story of our lives, one journal page at a time. I truly believe the ordinary moments we so often overlook are the ones that become our most treasured memories. That's the little world I've been dreaming of creating, and today I finally get to invite you inside. So what exactly is this? Well, that's a hard one to answer because I could just simply say I've started a Patreon. But I feel like when I say that, your brain might turn off. Like, oh, okay, well, on to the next. But this is so much more than just a Patreon. This is something I have been dreaming and scheming and planning for years, y'all, for years, hoping that I could come up with the right idea and the right approach to make this happen where it feels authentic to what I'm sharing here on YouTube, to me as a person, and it would be beneficial to our community. We have connected here for many a years, sharing cups of tea, going thrifting together, decorating my home, chatting about books, doing all the things that I love, and those things will continue. But I wanted a place where those of you who are my creative souls, we could have a little spin-off group where we can connect on that level, where we can put aside the perfectionism and create together for the sole sake of creating, where we can practice telling our stories together and the art of journaling, junk journaling, creative journaling, whatever you want to call it. I have been at this for so many years, and I have loads of ideas and things that I can share with you guys. For those who are just getting started, or even those who have been at this for a little while, I think we can all come together, hang out over at the crafty table, and create some really cool things together. So yes, I've started a Patreon, but there's also a mail club where I'm going to send happy mail to you each month. Themed happy mail with a surprise and a newsletter that has a rabbit hole and things for you to look for in the month, things for you to inspire you to slow down and take notice of, stories that are on my mind or things that I'm enjoying. There will be a theme sticker that comes along with that. But there's also the craft table, and at the craft table there will be special content where we journal together. We'll take the kits that I'm sending out and create with those together. There will be other crafty opportunities happening over at the craft table. We will be connecting and sharing our ideas on ways to document our days and to let the rules and the perfectionism go to the wayside while we create beautiful, messy, truthful journal pages together. I don't want it to just stop at journaling though. I think it might be fun to do seasonal craft events. The doors will be open to all crafty possibilities over at the craft table. I'm hoping that we can come together and build this beautiful, creative, cozy community over on Patreon. While I was thinking on this for a very, very long time, one of the things I got really hung up on was the element of surprise. When you look at people who do mail clubs, they often share all the details, everything that each person is receiving for that month's rewards. And I get why they do that. It's a great way to promote yourself and to let people know what they're signing up for. It makes sense. But I really wanted people who joined me in this journey to receive a surprise from me each month. So I spun and spun about how to combat this, and this is how I think we're going to tackle this. I have a theme for each month. The themes are already posted on Patreon, and the theme will touch every single tier that I have created. So if you sign up to join me at the craft table, the ephemera pack that you receive will be themed out big time around what I have set, and that will be the same for the newsletter and even the digital buddies as well. So what I will do is share a mood board each month so you kind of know what I'm working off of. I may share photos of fabrics I'm pulling or papers I'm working with or bits of things that I'm creating, but the overall picture of what actually goes out to you in the mail will be a surprise. And I'm very excited about that. For me, that sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully it does for you as well. Honestly, I think the element of surprise mixed in with a good theme is my most favorite part. Each month gets to be its own little world, its own little thing, and we get to go on the journey together of enjoying whatever it is that we are celebrating that month. Okay. So what does all of this look like? Let me see how I can explain this and not talk your ear off. I'll start off saying this. If you want more details, I have everything linked down below. You can also just head over to the Patreon and read about each tier. But for those who want a bit more of a Kendra chat, I'm going to explain each tier with you right now. So each tier is based off of its own unique theme for the month. So all of the tiers for that month are touched by the theme. And this month's theme is Summer Garden. Now again, I want to keep the surprise. I'm not going to show you everything that I'm creating that I'm going to send out, but there will be mood boards and I can give you some words to kind of paint the picture for you. So think about whimsical cottage illustrations, perhaps some cutie little critters tending to their gardens, like maybe some bunnies and maybe some mice, veggies, fruit, botanicals, strawberries, vintage elements, and all of those things that make our hearts sing when we're slowing down and enjoying some time outside during the summer. If you are to sign up for the first tier, it's the digital tier, and you will receive what it sounds like, something digital to enjoy that month. And when you head over to Patreon and you read about that tier, it will give you some ideas of what these things may be. From that tier, we move on to the mailbox tier, and this is the tier where I will be sending out my newsletter. If you join the mailbox tier, you will receive a printed newsletter created by me, a themed sticker, one paper surprise that's going to be something different each month. Again, I have ideas listed over on Patreon of what this might look like. And did I say a themed sticker? I don't know if I said that or not, but this month in particular, I have an additional surprise that's going to be added because it's our founder month. So if you join this month and you are a founder, I guess it's not a surprise because I'm about to show you. I created a sticker just for the new people that join as we're kicking off, and you will receive this as a little extra gift from me if you join this month within the mailbox tier or above. And it's just a little red mailbox, and it says This Cozy Space Mail Club, and I designed it to look like a stamp. This is a vinyl sticker. You could put it on your water bottle if you want. It is waterproof, or you can add it to your journal. And along with that will be the newsletter, which I'm calling the Cozy Post. I'm very excited about the newsletter. It also will be touched by the theme. So our first newsletter is dripping in summer garden goodness. this, I've shared some of my favorite things of the month. I have a list. It's a checklist for you to work on throughout the month, a way for you just to slow down. It's nothing crazy. It's just taking moments of pause and noticing things around you, and a little checklist for you to check them off as you see them. There are also journal prompts. There's a rabbit hole. I love a good rabbit hole, and this one is a historic rabbit hole to jump down, and it fits with our theme of the month. I'm also sharing a memory from my childhood and something I'm super excited about. There's a section of the newsletter that I'm leaving open for you, and I'm really hoping as you guys receive the newsletter and you're reading through it, if you're inspired by something or it makes you think about something, you will write me a letter, old style, you know, happy mail, snail mail style. Send it to my P.O. box, and if you give me permission to share, I won't share unless it's something you've said I can share. I'm going to include some of your stories at the bottom of our newsletter, which I think is going to be so fun. So that is the mailbox tier. Then from there, we enter the craft table tier. Now, if you join the craft table tier, you have access to the little things tier, so you get the digital goodies. You get the things that the mail club or the mailbox tier receives, and then you will get the craft table goodies as well. So the craft table, there will be content that's created just for the craft table. We'll be journaling together in the future. I hope that we can use our ephemera kits that go out that month together and do some live journaling sessions if we choose to. And I will be sharing content geared more towards helping you to start journaling, to have some creative ideas and ways to use things around your home. I have loads of ideas that will come once we kind of get our community built over there. But what you actually receive from me in the mail is a themed ephemera kit to use in your journal. And while I say themed, it's because all of the items that you received will be curated and handpicked and created by yours truly to fit around the theme of the month. Again, I want it to be a surprise, so I can't tell you everything, but there will be really cool vintage papers. There'll be stickers that were themed around whatever the theme is for that month. I will be creating some paper goodies for you to use in your journal as well. There will be journal prompts that are printed and sent to you within your ephemera kit box. All sorts of stuff. If you've been following along on my channel for a while and you've seen me prepare some of my Happy Mail packages that I put together, those are some of the kind of vibes and ideas that I will be included within our ephemera kit, but a bit more robust. So just like a little bit more elevated. And in the future, I really hope that we can sit around the table and craft together over in the craft table tier. I did forget to say, if you join the mailbox tier, my hope is in the future to host Happy Mail swaps at that tier. So you can join if you're in the Happy Mail tier or the craft table tier. And I used to host Valentine's box swaps over on Instagram a long time ago. Some of you might have been here and then participated in those. It was so much stinking fun, so much fun. But a few bad apples ruined it for everybody. I think I did it for maybe 5 years and then we had to call it quits because people were not being very nice and they were not holding up their end of the bargain. So we cut it, but I've always had the hope of bringing that back. And I think this is how that's going to happen. We're going to plan swaps, themed swaps, Happy Mail swaps, all kinds. I have loads of ideas, and that will be organized over in the mailbox tier, but also the craft table tier. You'll have access to that as well. So I have so many plans and ideas just swimming around in my head, and we'll kind of build and add things on as the community continues to grow, which I hope it does. But if not, I will be there. I'll be there hanging out with whoever wants to hang out with me. So quickly, just to kind of explain what I just said, there's a digital tier that gives you access to a digital item from me each month. You will download it to your computer. It'll be available to you on Patreon. You can use it however you want. Then there is the mailbox tier. That's where you will receive the newsletter, a themed sticker. This month, I'm offering the extra founder sticker and a paper goodie of some sort from me. Then we go to the craft table tier, and the craft table tier receives the little things goodie, so the digital item, whatever the mailbox friends receive, and then their craft table goodies. And the craft table is a curated junk journal kit made by me, filled with vintage treasures, themed goodies around what our theme is for the month. Okay, I'm so excited. I feel like I've talked a ton. I hope I haven't confused you too much. Please, please, please ask any questions down below that you have, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And head over to Patreon and see what you think. See if something feels like a good fit for you. I will be sending out this month's goodies at the end of July. So when you join, it just kind of throws you in the mix for all the goodies that are coming at the end of the month. My goal is to send everything out that last week of July. I will keep you updated with all of that over in Patreon, let you know how things are going, and probably share some of the process of me packing and prepping and getting ready for our very first month. Okay, I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. And for those of you who are maybe interested in receiving something like this from me, but you are not too keen on Patreon, look down below. I have my Etsy store linked, and I have paper packs and ephemera kits going over there. I will let you know though, those are going to be priced a little bit higher than what I'm offering over on Patreon, but still same vibes. And those are a bit more, I'm planning those to be a bit more specifically thematic. So right now I have strawberry shortcake. I'm working on Winnie the Pooh. I will have a Rainbow Bright themed kit, a vintage Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse kit, a dog kit, a cat kit, a summer kit, a travel kit. I have loads that I'm working on, and those will be going onto my Etsy store. And I do think occasionally over in Patreon, I will have some coupon codes for you guys so that you can shop my Etsy as well for a little bit of a discount. Okay. Thank you so much. I promise I will not talk your ear off about Patreon. I will just mention it occasionally, and we will continue with all of our typical cozy content here on this cozy space. I have so many videos I have been waiting to share with you guys, but I needed to get all of this tied up with a bow and sent out into the world first. But now we're going to carry on with thrifting videos, thrift hauls. Those are some specifically I know I have in the works ready to edit, and some journaling. We will still do journaling here as well. And vlogs. I've missed vlogging with you guys, and I feel like I have so much to catch you up on. So, okay, I will be seeing you around. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.